What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of this Crystal Palace FIFA 16 career mode, beginning with a little bit of training. Fairly successful, mixed results as always when you simulate all the drills. But speaking of results, things going really well for us in the Premier League. We're flying high, sitting up in second place in the table at the moment. We're going to sign another youngster here, Jack Cloesi. He's got potential of 91, so we're not going to take any chances. We'll get him in on that youth contract basis, make sure no other clubs can snap him up, and keep track of his development. And another goalkeeper, this time it's the German Lasse Janker, his name is. Potential, as you can see, between 64 and 90. Again, 17 years old. We'll sign him up, just track his development. If he's decent, we'll get him in on a permanent and try and get him some game time in those cup competitions. But back to Premier League, as I said, things going great for us. We've gone some tough places recently, Stamford Bridge and the Etihad, and managed to pick up all 3 points. So we'll be looking to try and continue that here at home to Swansea. You can see Berahino getting a run out up front, Jordan Much playing in midfield, and Zuma and Vestergaard are the defensive pairing that we've decided to go with. Again, it's quite a tricky Swansea side. I never really know what to expect when I face these. You've got Adair up front, who's got all the attributes of a decent striker. You've got Gylfi Sigurdsson, obviously Andre Ayew as well. Jonjo Shelvey's in there for a bit of creativity. So pretty much a dangerous Swansea side, but we get off to a positive start. You can see Kabay feeding the ball into Jordan Much. He hit the effort first time and it goes agonisingly wide, but it was end-to-end stuff. Swansea certainly didn't come here to defend and try and take a point. They get the opportunity here with Adair, and how about that for a finish? 12 minutes in, well, just ticked on to 13 now, and we find ourselves behind. Not to panic though. We went behind many times last season, obviously, and come from behind to get a result from games, whether it being a draw or a win. We did manage to keep our composure when we went behind, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here. We have Jack Butland to thank that we're not 2 down. You can see him clawing that one out from just inside the near post, but Swansea continued to dominate proceedings here. Shocking defending. We just have several chances to get the ball clear, and once again Jack Butland to thank that we're not further behind. But you can see some decent link up on the edge of the box here. Chance for Kabay just before half time. The shot straight down the arms of the goalkeeper. So we're going to go in 1-0 down. But as I said last year, familiar situation for us to be in. We had a lot of draws, and going behind early was probably the reason behind that. We're going to come out second half, look to get level. You can see Coquelin having the effort. Wasn't a great effort, just kind of trickled wide, not causing the keeper any problems. But Yannick Bolasie, look at this lunge. A 2-footed lunge, full on, leaves the floor, jumps in with 2 feet. We'll look at the replay here. That is awful. Only a foul was given. We were very lucky that he didn't get serious punishment for that. He remained on the field, and I wouldn't have complained, to be honest, if the ref gave him a straight red. But left back Pap Soiree decides he's going to go on an adventurous run. Not the finish we were looking for though. He didn't connect with the ball cleanly, and it kind of trickled wide. But definitely some positive signs, especially in this second half. Dwight Gale, who come on as a substitute, forcing the save from the keeper, and the rebound. Sinkgraven couldn't turn it over the line, didn't get the kind of connection on it that you'd expect. But we continue to come forward. Video feeding Gale, surely a goal this time, denied once, and the follow-up, somehow he manages to miss the target. So chance after chance goes begging, and it costs us dear. We suffer a defeat, first defeat in a while, at home to Swansea as well. You never want to lose games in the Premier League, let alone your home games. But time to concentrate on the cup now. You can see we progress, obviously, with that victory over Norwich. Now we take on Derby. Again, we're at home. It's a slight rotational side, but nothing major. James McCarthy, Dwight Gale starting as well. Hennessy in the sticks. Just a couple of changes. Obviously, Derby's front man, Chris Martin, the number 9. He'll be the man to keep our eye on. Bradley Johnson as well has experience at this level. So it's a dangerous Derby side. We get off to a fast start. It's Wilfried Zaha, unfortunately, not having the end product there, having got behind the defence on the right-hand side. But Dwight Gale's going to pick up the ball here, turns his man, looks to get a shot away, is brought down, no contact with the ball whatsoever. Referee, very little choice but to point to the spot. To be honest, Gale probably could have avoided that challenge, but when there's contact, you'd encourage your players to go down as long as there is contact. That time there was. And Kabay, who was obviously guilty of diving in recent weeks at the Hawthorns, you saw him go down, no contact at all, and it cost us. He manages to dispatch the penalty. He scored a lot of goals from set pieces last season, and that looks to continue here because he cannot finish. Superb opportunity to grab his second of the goal and double our lead just before half time. He couldn't take it. He hit the shot first time, but dragged it horribly wide of the mark. But half time interval comes. We go in 1-up, but Derby, as you'd expect, looking to get themselves back into this game. Starting the second half strong. Fortunately, the effort there was high and wide. No problems at all for Hennessy. And then at the other end, James MacArthur's shot deflects into the path of Gale. His shot deflects into the path of Zaha, who hits a rasping volley on his right foot, forcing the keeper into a super save. And Ledley goes tumbling shortly after, which will give us the chance right on the edge of the box. Kabay floats in the free kick, but Scott Carson, of all goalkeepers, tipping that one round the post. So half an hour to go, looking to progress further into this Capital One Cup competitions. If we do this, I think we would reach the last 8, so meet the expectations. But it was a super chance for Derby to get themselves level. The header 6 yards out, if that. All he had to do was get it on target. He couldn't do it, and we managed to escape still with the lead. But a couple of changes. Jamie Vardy coming on. Of course, he's been out of the side recently through injury. What a return. How about that? 35 yards. He's just absolutely smashed one. Keen to get on in the action. He'd only been on the field a matter of minutes, and he's managed to score what will surely be a contender for goal of the season. Look at that. Absolutely no chance for Scott Carson. It was past him before he could even get his body through the air over to the area of the goal that it was aimed for. So Derby kicking off. And Jamie Vardy, of course, very keen, having been out recently. He's in on the act again, this time with the assist, playing the ball through to Sinclaven. Superbly weighted ball, and he makes it 3-0 and surely game over. Just 15 minutes left. I cannot see Derby getting themselves back in this cup tie. So really, really pleasing stuff. I think with Vardy back, we're only going to get stronger as well. Obviously going to help us try and in our next Premier League game to bounce back from that disappointing defeat to Swansea. That really did put a downer on things at the moment, but I'm certainly not going to sit here complaining. Things are going really, really well. Apart from that lapse in concentration at the back meant Hennessy had to pull off a fantastic stop, which he did. Fair play to him. He hasn't had a lot to do in this game, but super save. And then at the other end, Scott Carson denies Wilfried Zaha, who tried an audacious chip, one-on-one with the keeper. Surely could have just taken that in a little bit further and slotted it in to make it 4. Didn't fancy doing that. He's got another chance here. Unselfishly lays the ball back to Joe Ledley. His effort is blocked and goes over the crossbar. We've got a corner. Jamie Vardy wins the header. Another fantastic save. If it wasn't for Scott Carson, to be fair, this could have been 5-6, even 7-0. Totally outclassing Derby. Although it's a bit harsh, they did have chances of their own. But looking at the teams in the cup, there's been some upsets. Chelsea knocked out by AFC Wimbledon. Liverpool knocked out by Hull. Tottenham knocked out by Wigan. So we've got a real opportunity to get us some silverware, we think, this season in terms of the Capital One Cup. We're going to go all out to win it, especially having come this far already. But looking at the Premier League table, that defeat to Swansea, with things being so tight at the top, knocks us all the way down to 5th. It looks worse than it is, though. We are still 1 point off second placed Everton. Chelsea lead, obviously Everton second, Arsenal third, and Man City in 4th. We are sitting in 5th. The bottom 3 is made up of Watford, Villa and Middlesbrough, as you can see here. But things going well. We've just got to put that defeat to Swansea behind us, hopefully bounce back with a positive result in the next few weeks and continue to perform as we have been. But that's going to bring this episode to a close, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Links are in the description to Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you drop me a follow on there. Drop a like and a subscribe on the drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And we will see you again next time.